Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I hope wherever you're at today, it's starting off to be a good day, and we're going to keep up the energy. Welcome to Chain Fusion Live. This is our place to explore amazing applications that are spanning multiple blockchains in order to build phenomenal products and remove the gated experience in crypto. Today, I'm joined with Louis Leo from Omnity. Louis is the founder, and we're going to learn all about the amazing stuff Omnity is doing. Louis, how are you doing?
I'm good, Kyle. Thanks for having me here.
It's exciting times for Omnity. I know this weekend you guys had a lot of news. We're going to get to that, but just we're going to tease that for now. Before we go in there, I want to just start with give us the background of Omnity Network. Give us kind of like the origin story, where you guys are at, and how you got started.
Oh, it's actually a quite long story. The team has been out there for 5 years, and at the very beginning, we are a group of blockchain developer, crypto researcher, and we share the same vision that the future will be multi-chain. Back at that time, we don't believe that one chain fit all or one chain beat them all will happen. And at that time, we have no idea about let's say modular thesis, but we believe that there will be a lot of blockchain optimized for different use case, for different function, and they will be well connected into so-called Internet of Blockchain and lay down the infrastructure for Web3. So we think the key technology will be interoperability stack, and then we take some grants from layer one ecosystem like near Solana, Cosmos, Oasis, quite a few of them to build open source cross-chain bridge, cross-chain component for them, and and we believe that the crossing or the crossing stack itself should be trustless, or there will be a bottleneck of security or decentralization. And do a lot of research and find out that the IBC protocol, the inter blockchain communication stack invented by Cosmos, is the most comprehensive generic purpose trustless interoperability protocol at that time. And even for now, IBC is still the golden standard of trustless cross-chain communication. And we cooperate with Cosmos Interchain Foundation, build IBC protocol on blockchain other than Tendermint itself. So we implement the first, let's say, heterogeneous IBC protocol on Substrate and then on Near. And during the journey, we found that, yeah, IBC is great, it's permissionless, it's trustless, but it's very hard to, let's say, implement the protocol on other on blockchain other than Tendermint, since the secret of trustlessness is is about on-chain live client verification. It is like run a live client inside chain B to verify the consensus of chain A. It's very hard for most of the blockchain other than Tendermint. And so that's last year, at the beginning of last year, we come to an idea is that how about we transplant all kinds of live clients on a proxy chain, and if the all the blockchain trust, let's say, we can say, rely on this proxy chain, they can indirectly verify the consensus of their peers, right? And so we do a lot of research, and actually we think we have to build the proxy chain from ground up, but fortunately we find that ICP feed all our needs. It's highly efficient, highly programmable, and the chain key technology resolve the hardest part. When after the proxy chain do the consensus verification, it need to put an endorsement, attestation to the output. But so we found out that smart contract on ICP can call chain key stack, and to call this marvelous MPC TSS scheme, and give out a single signature, which means the result has been verified by ICP canister. So on the target chain, only one signature need to verify to ensure the whole process has been gone through. So we start to build on ICP at the beginning of last year, and actually, our Omnity, we call ourselves Octopus Network before Omnity, and our version 2 mainnet are based on Light Client on ICP. And during the process, we find that ICP is even more powerful than we thought before, and we can, let's say, resolve some very, let's say, hard, very stubborn problem that's faced by interoperability, such as off-chain relayer, and also the fundability problem if the asset goes through different paths. So all the things can be perfectly resolved if we build a unified interoperability stack on ICP. So that this idea turned out to be the plan of Omnity. Yeah,
that's awesome. Could not have given a better explanation for what chain fusion, what we within Definity think for chain fusion, than exactly what you just said. So if you are following live, post either on X or on YouTube. If you post a comment, we'll go ahead and go through them throughout the episode. For example, Nasrul says ICP and Omnity is like a match made in heaven. Who agrees? Caesar agreed with you. Powerful tech, Omnity discovered on ICP. You mentioned two important parts of multi-chain, or what we call chain fusion. You mentioned security, and then you mentioned complexity, as in the ability, like having to remove complexity in a multi-chain solution. Kind of walk through the importance of those two aspects for Omnity. How do you guys kind of see security and complexity?
Oh, yes. So this is, security is always the number one consideration from the perspective of interoperability. There are a lot of bridge hack, and people lost a lot of money in these disasters, and so we set very high standard on security. We call it fully on-chain. So it's not just about fully trustless. So fully trustless is about correction, but security have another level. It's about reliability, or in a tech term, liveness, which means if user want to use the interoperability protocol, it should be there. And especially if people want to let's say, draw back or redeem their asset from their application chain to the original chain, they should always do that, right? But you know, even if some interoperability stack achieve fully trustless, they still have a Leibniz assumption on some off-chain process. But so we set a new standard, we call it fully on-chain. All the interoperability component are smart contract. So they will always be there. Even if, let's say, Omnity team is suddenly kidnapped by aliens, people do not need to worry about it. Then the bridge is fully on chain. People can always rely on it, use on it, and so I think it's let's say a huge step. You know, it's another level of security. And about complexity, or we call it usability, we try to, let's say, encapsulate all the technical detail behind, from the user. And like we did in Omnity interoperability stack, people need to initiate a transaction on the original blockchain, and all the after things will be taken care of by Omnity. So the asset will arrive the target chain, let's say, in a short period of time. It all depends on the finality time of source chain and target chain. The Omnity will not bring additional latency or additional cost during the whole process. I think I think the novelty of Omnity is we achieve a user experience that comparable with trust-based bridge, while we keep very high standard of decentralization and security. Yeah.
I think that's such a great way to say it, because there's always a trade-off between security and user experience. And the goal is to balance those two, but also, I mean, basically choose a solution to optimize that. Unfortunately, within crypto, we've far too often gone to the user experience side, and that what that's resulted in is these hacks and these scams where a centralized authority ended up having the ability to, run away with the money. Or we go to the other side, which is the user experience. We focus all on security, and we create so many hurdles to user experience that, like, it's just not fun to use the product, or it's not a good experience. And so people, I always go back to, like, when are my parents going to get into crypto? Well, they're not getting into crypto if the user experience has 17 steps. They're used to a good Web 2 experience. I spent this weekend getting some runes, actually, in a phenomenal user experience. Just an absolutely phenomenal user experience. I've gotten to see Red Envelope. I see, let's see if I can find, there's a lot of people in the chats mentioning Red Envelope. So obviously, Zan Lee, who's said Red Envelope. So obviously the secret's out. But walk us through, like, yesterday you guys went live with runes integration and this Red Envelope. Walk us through what exactly this is.
Sure. So Omnity, we let's say we published light paper on Omnity about 2 months ago, but we take another. So at the time, Omnity is the interoperability stack for modern world, and but we take a step further. Now we're positioning Omnity as the liquidity and the security hub of blockchain ecosystem. So we will focus on Bitcoin, or we say we all in Bitcoin. And so the community will work as a hub. It will absorb all kinds of Bitcoin assets and redirect to many, let's say, highly usable blockchain, ICP itself, or some blockchain so-called Bitcoin layer 2, even if technically there's no Bitcoin layer 2 at the time being, but I think they are really, let's say, end user facing, highly usable blockchain that's majorly dealing with Bitcoin asset. So they need security to pack security to blockchain to Bitcoin network, and also they need blockchain Bitcoin asset. So Omnity will help them to do both. And actually our interoperability stack go live after halving, and yesterday we launched the first showcase application, Red Envelope. We try to show people, especially developer, if we bridge Rings token or any other Bitcoin asset to a highly efficient, highly usable blockchain like ICP, what we can create for user, what can we bring to Bitcoin asset holders. I will share my screen to show how easy you can send out red envelope with Rings token inside, and people I really enjoy playing with it.
I'll say, yeah, as you get that ready, I'll just say the user experience was so easy that yesterday when I was playing with it, I was just like, there has to be something else here. Like, what? This is just too phenomenal of a user experience. I must not be understanding what's going on. But so really kudos to you guys. And I'm excited. I've got my runes, actually, let me pull it up. My hope you get rich rune. So that's my retirement plan now. If you're ready, can I add the screen?
Yes. Can you see my screen?
There we go.
Yeah, cool. So it's the boat, the private chat, the DM window with the boat. So it's hope you get rich, and I can see there is a wallet that created and maintained by the boat for every user. I can show my balance. You can say I'm really a rich guy. I cross-chain transfer many rings for sharing, for sending red envelope to people. Now I will create a really big, let's say, for 5 lucky people, and I can attach some let's say some URL. What is the URL for this show?
Oh, the URL?
Yes.
Let me send it to you. Let's see. There we go. Hopefully. Yep.
Okay. Cool.
I love these live demos. Oh, that's the one I sent you is for the StreamYard. Hold on, let me get you a different one. Let me get you the YouTube one.
Oh, yes.
That's my fault.
Yes, please.
I'll get you a YouTube. Let's see. How quickly can I do this? Dfinity. Chain Fusion Live. Awesome. I see us live. How quickly can I do this? This might mess up. All right, here we go. There we go.
Cool.
I love how you guys are using Telegram as your user interface. So you're meeting users where they're at, and just integrating within the Telegram UI.
Yeah, it's make people interact with the application with the blockchain so easy. Yeah, but so that I have created a red envelope. Now I about to select a group. I think Omnity Network official will be the good one to sign out. Okay, so here's my red envelope, and I can snatch it on my own. Oh, yeah, it's been snatched out very quickly. I can say it's yeah.
I love going live and people are already snatching them up.
Yes, and sorry, I need to find out. Okay, so it's my I can list all the red envelope I send, and also the wallet will show my ICP address, so you can transfer some ICP, or in the future the wallet can dealing with other type of ICP assets. So it's a fully functional custodian wallet, and people use it directly in the Telegram window. So we try to show people that it's a very convenient way to interact with blockchain like ICP, and also we will open this tools to other developer, so ICP developer can embed their application inside the bot, so people can interact with their app directly from Telegram.
So so this hope you can get rich, that's a rune that you probably pre-etched on Bitcoin, I assume?
Oh yes, yes. So I will show another window.
Credit to anyone who snatched up that red envelope as quickly as Lewis could get it up posted. So good for you guys for being engaged in this live stream.
Run scan. Yes. So the hope you get rich is this one, number 431, and is 100% open mint, and for now it's only minted a little more than 1,000 times, and the time limit, the mint time will be run out within about 3 weeks. So people who see this offer still get plenty of time to mint your some hope you'll get rich rings. And okay, let's say I will mint, for each mint people will get 100k, and then you can bridge it to ICP, input your bot wallet address, and then transfer it to ICP. Then you can send out a lot of red envelope. You can attach a small advertisement at each red envelope you send out.
So in this case, you have hope you can get rich is the rune. And so I'm assuming developers could have their own rune called, maybe if it's, by their product name, as long as it meets the rune naming criteria.
Oh yes, yes. I think app developer can each their own rings, and it's a great way to bootstrap community, and
Okay.
also they can in some very hot rings like let's say there are some rings token with thousands or even nearly 1 million holders. So it's, let's say, a, 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 a good, let's say, very big community that's ready to be engaged with. Let's say if you provide an application, this it can provide some, let's say, utility or entertainment for a specific rings holder, and this community will, let's say, spread the word for you. They will be very actively, let's say, engaged with your application. So suddenly you have a lot of user, right? So it's and uh, 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 and uh, and I think as a application developer should consider rings or some, let's say, meme coin as a great go-to-market strategy, right?
Yeah, we have Hitman asking, so what is Rune and how does it work? You want to touch on that real quickly? We jumped straight into how to get these runes from your red envelope, but what exactly is a Bitcoin rune?
Yeah, so Bitcoin is for quite a long time. People think that Bitcoin is a settlement network for BTC itself, but people keep trying to issue new asset on Bitcoin network. And I think last year, first Ordinance and then BRC20 make it rarely happen. It rarely take off.
Mhm.
So people keep issuing new token on Bitcoin network, and but the standard is, let's say, relatively ad hoc. There are BRC20, ARC20, SRC20, blah blah. Lot of token standard, a lot of let's say asset standard is, let's say, is fragmented. It makes the ecosystem fragmented. And luckily, the founding father of Ordinance, the protocol that make all these things happen, decide to represent a well considered fungible token standard called rings, and is just live for less than 9 days. And I think there are more than 40,000 rings token has been etched, and the number one rings have more than 1 million mint.
Yeah,
So you can see that there are a lot of activities, lot of, and also, the number one rings, they the issuer spend nearly 40 BTC to ensure the position. So I don't know who they are, but whoever they are, they they surely have a lot of BTC in their pocket. So we can see that they are well founded. They should be established team with very ambitious plan in their mind. So it's not just about Degen, it's not just about me. Some established team with great resource have jumped in, and they are about to build something really marvelous in this new landscape.
yeah, I love that. A fungible token on Bitcoin. So you showed a lot of, so we got PingTube here, Pittsburgh Penguin fan. Where do I learn how to mint this? So you showed basically an interface for developers or anyone who's looking to launch their own runes. How do people get access to that? What's the web address? All that information.
Yes. So Omnity partner with our with Ring CC. We present Rings blockchain, Rings Explorer called ringscan.net, and so people can find out all the on-chain information about Rings, and also it provides free minting tools.
Yeah, here, what was the address again?
Oh, I type it into chart window.
Okay.
I don't know if you can see it. Yeah,
There we go.
ringscan.net.
Oh, so this is just for this is the general where somebody could etch a rune. Is there open access to like the red envelope product?
Oh, so this website is about all the rings, and of course you can see the red envelope rings. Hope you get rich is number 5531, and also you can mint it. You can mint any other rings by utilizing this website. But only for now, the Omnity interoperability stack only supports the hope you get rich rings. But we will keep adding another type of asset, another some additional rings to the bridge. You know, there are a lot of rings, more than 50,000, and we try to choose them carefully. So we negotiate, we discuss with team behind the asset, make sure it's let's say something valuable or will be valuable in the future. So we put it we add the support on the bridge and bring this asset to other blockchain.
Got it. Got it. In terms of, so you showed Telegram, both as a, from the project side where you can create the red envelopes and preload them with some runes. But then also you showed it from the user side where you can snatch those runes. Do you guys have, is part of the roadmap to expand beyond Telegram to other social media, whether it's Web2 like Facebook or X, or Web3 like OpenChat, Discover, anything like that?
Yeah, even we just launched the application for a little more than 24 hours. We receive a lot of feature requests from our community. And in the following week, we are about to add two features to the product. One is swap. So people can swap their this hope you get rings with ICP and vice versa. So we will integrate an AMM DEX behind the boat. And when people can have ICP on their in their custodian wallet, they can initiate cross-chain transfer directly inside the boat. As say you want transfer rings back to back to Bitcoin network, not a problem. Directly type transfer the some amount and then a Bitcoin address, providing you can pay gas fee in ICP. It costs a little more than one ICP to do this crossing transfer because Bitcoin gas fee is quite high. So, but the interaction will be very simple. So we are about to add these two feature, swapping and the cross-chain transfer, or we call it redeem rings to Bitcoin directly inside the boat. And in the future, once Omnity connect other blockchain like other layer one or Bitcoin layer two or Ethereum layer two, people can directly transfer their rings token inside the boat to all these newly connected blockchains.
I love it. I love it, right, because you're touching on so, and actually I'll read first here. The comment from M is, I feel we need to coin a term other than bridge to differentiate the unique interoperability process that Omnity offers. You really touched on that with the secure, when you talked about security, the need to remove third parties or intermediaries, right? So you just have ICP, you just have Bitcoin. Part of that is, and this is really a good way to kind of judge like how secure stuff is how easily can you peg out? So you have your bridged, or whatever we want to call it, token on ICP. How easy is it to go back to Bitcoin? And does it require an approval process from a centralized authority, right? And what you're exactly saying is, no, it's, you can go, if you're on the, if you have the bridge token and you want to get back to Bitcoin, there's no centralized party you have to go through to do that. It can be, it can be integrated into Telegram. It can be integrated into any wallet. Just that peg in, the ability to peg in and peg out is a key component that, again, differentiates it maybe from a bridge. I think M is right. We probably do need a different term than bridged.
It's a wonderful suggestion, since bridge is quite vivid metaphor. They link different blockchain, but there are tons of different ways to connect blockchains. But I hope some clever guy from our community can come up with a new term other than bridge to differentiate this fully on-chain interoperability from other, let's say, trust-based, or let's say some bridge that rely on off-chain component or even multi-sig thesis.
I love it. Henry, I agree with this statement here. My inner child screams with excitement every time I snatch a red envelope. Don't judge. Omnity to the moon. And again, that goes back to that user experience that you guys built into Telegram, where it's just so easy. You can click a button, you get it. And then, like you said, there's the ability to transfer to other people. So let's say maybe a colleague of mine, it does some help for me. I could send him some hope you get rich tokens as a thank you, and also have the ability to go back to Bitcoin. So really, I love how you guys have hacked Telegram as a user interface. And then obviously I assume the best practice would be you want to keep, because it's Telegram, and that Telegram is controlling the private keys, or at least controlling access to your wallet. You probably want to keep small amounts of money. And then if you do start using this for more, you can easily just send back to non-custodial wallet, on ICP or on Bitcoin, right?
Yes. So use it as a, let's say, light wallet. It's not for trading. Don't put a lot of money in the let's say custodian wallet. It's very easy to use, but it's not a, let's say, a place that you want to store all your crypto assets.
I hope both ICP and non-ICP developers and teams are watching this presentation and they want to get in on the runes. Maybe they see that they could do something that maybe has utility within their app, or they just want to use it as a marketing tool. How can they participate? What's the first step they should do to participate in Red Envelope?
Oh yeah, they can snatch some red envelopes directly in the group, and if they try to send a lot of them, they need to mint hope you get rich rings and cross-chain transfer these rings to their boat wallet address. Or once the swap function are there, it will around the corner. I think it's only people it only takes 1 week or two to enable the swapping functionality, so they can buy some let's say hope you get rich rings by paying in ICP, and then they can create a lot of red envelope with mini with small ID AD attached to each of them, and use it as a very as a cost effective, very interesting marketing tools.
Awesome. See, Michelle Lord has said, building for normies is like sending a kind invitation to 94% of the world. Take note of that, developers and entrepreneurs, because you want your product to be used by 100% of the world and not the few percentage of us that are really heavy deep into crypto. So let's. I think we've really gone down the rabbit hole on Red Envelope. It's obviously the first product from Omnity. Guys hit a home run right off the bat, touching in on runes and really creating a phenomenal user experience. But if we zoom back out, what is moving forward? What is kind of the roadmap or the vision for Omnity post? Is it all in on Red Envelope, or are there additional product lines you guys want to pursue?
Oh yes, so our vision about Omnity is based on an assumption or a judgment that Bitcoin will become a general purpose settlement layer, since there are say asset standard like rings, ordinance for non-fungible token, and Bitcoin still is the #1 blockchain in the crypto world. It has highest level of decentralization, the widest recognition, and also the strongest social consensus. So it's the best place to let's say to issue and to issue all kinds of assets. So Bitcoin network could be a settlement layer for, let's say, crypto, Web3, internet, or even the real economy. We hope that Bitcoin will be the settlement layer for world economy, because it's a common good. No one can control Bitcoin. There is no let's say no one force can crack Bitcoin or control it. So it's a, let's say, impartial settlement layer. Settlement layer should be impartial, should be non-abusable. So everyone can access this common good equally in a permissionless, in a fully open way. So that is why we think. But all the we cannot put a lot of transaction on Bitcoin itself. So there should be a lot of execution layer optimized for special application or special we call it application specific blockchain or domain specific blockchain, but they can all sit around Bitcoin, and providing there is, let's say, very secure, very reliable bond between settlement layer and all the execution layer, this structure will work, right? It will be ready to handle tons of transaction. People can use it as a, let's say, uh, uh, some, let's say, decentralized intermediary that coordinate people's interaction and transaction on the internet. And Omnity with the we armed with the technology provided by ICP, and Omnity would like to be the bond between settlement layer, Bitcoin, and all kinds of execution layer.
I
So
love, I
this is the back, yeah.
I love that. So back in like the maybe 2018-ish, 2017 range, there was this idea of Ethereum as a test net for Bitcoin. Basically, like Ethereum will go on and it'll try out all sorts of new things, and what works, what doesn't work, will just stay on Ethereum. What does work will come back to Bitcoin. And that was an idea that kind of got out of fashion, I think, a few years ago. But now it seems like that vision is actually, essentially what Ethereum became, and then the L2s built on top of Ethereum. That's almost essentially what's coming on to Bitcoin, where exactly like you said, you have the settlement layer, and then you want to have faster, cheaper transactions on like an L2. And Omnity is now basically providing the tool set for people to build those applications on that L2.
Yes. Omnity will be a Bitcoin layer 2 enabler. We provide interoperability stack and also share security service to these layer tools. Since all the execution or so-called layer 2, they are their own blockchain. They either pack their security with Bitcoin network with some validity pool or fault proof scheme, or they can share economic security from Bitcoin. So Omnity will do what EigenLayer did for Ethereum, we will do for Bitcoin, and considering that BTC has much larger market cap than Ether, which make Bitcoin the single biggest economic source in the crypto world. So through Omnity, Bitcoin layer 2 will enjoy multi-billion dollar level security with very little cost.
Love it.
Mm.
Actually, I don't know if this Wouter says, I wish you guys would start with answering the question. What problem does Omnity solve that the IC does not solve natively? What value does this add? And then he brings up Infinity as well. So I think that's a good differentiator is how would you explain how Omnity basically builds off of the ICP protocol to actually, and how it's different? What's different there is that middle layer.
Yes. So Omnity is part of Bitcoin ecosystem, but the stack, the protocol itself, is solely built on ICP. So I know that the fund of ICP hope that all the economic activity will happen on ICP, but from Omnity's point of view, we'd rather to be an unopinionated infrastructure. So what if let's say we don't care about what type of blockchain it is. If they can bring some, let's say, utility or entertainment or profit to Bitcoin asset holder, we will direct Bitcoin asset to that blockchain. And we hope, since as the red envelope application show out how usable an ICP application can be, but there's tons of other blockchain. They have their own merit to support some type of application. So the Omnity will be the hub to redirect, to roam the Bitcoin asset everywhere. And we hope that all the let's say the ICP application developer will realize that Omnity is about to bring a lot of Bitcoin asset liquidity from Bitcoin to ICP, and they should try to share this opportunity and to compete this liquidity with application on other blockchain, right? So we care about our users care, right? If people want to use any application on any blockchain, we will set up the link, the connection. Yeah.
Yeah, that's absolutely the vision for Chain Fusion is have applications that can leverage every single blockchain. That part of at least part of that application should live on ICP to take advantage of the chain key technology stack, to the HTTPS outcalls, the ability to read and write from any blockchain. But for the most part, blockchains have their own unique optimization, and if you want to build a specific product,
Yes.
to be able to use the blockchain that helps you accomplish that. Would it be accurate? Would a framing? One of the ways I like to think of Omnity, and the commenter had touched on Bitfinity. I think of it when I go back to when I was a teenager, and this is perhaps dating myself, but I remember when Windows came out, and before Windows, you typically use DOS, and so to access any files and folders on your computer, you would use a DOS interface. You could do what you needed to do, but there was a technical hurdle there. When Windows came out, it basically abstracted away that technical hurdle and made it a lot more like quality of life for the user. I feel like that might be a good analogy for Omnity, right? You basically take away that complexity for the developer and just give them a nice tool set to use.
It's very great analogy. And from technical perspective, so we rely on Bitcoin integration of ICP to bring Bitcoin asset, BTC or rings to ICP. But to the other blockchain, we rely on on-chain led client verification. I would say Omni team is have unparalleled experience to implement or transplant on-chain light client to awesome runtime environment like ICP provide. We have transplant Tendermint light client, near light client, and we will enable the light client equivalent verification on ICP for major type of layer 2 ZK rollup and OP rollup. So by this, based on this light client verification, we can bring Bitcoin asset from ICP to other blockchain still in a fully trustless, fully on-chain way. So this is the add-on from Omnity to the existing ICP tech stack.
I love it. I love it. Let's get, if we want to keep up to date with Omnity, there's the X handle to follow. So obviously you guys have a Bitcoin first thesis. You said basically that's where the liquidity lives for our industry. Runes was your first attempt. Should we see things or not attempt? Runes was your first success in terms of the interoperability. Should we expect to see things like BRC20s or any other kind of Bitcoin standard ordinals maybe that you on your roadmap?
So the short thing is ordinance. Once the Chinky Schnorr is enabled on ICP mainnet, we are about to support ordinance NFT. But for other fungible token standard, we need we need wait and see. Since personally, I hope that all the all the builder, all the wallet, exchange, token issuer can converge to a single standard. It will make everyone's life easier. But I know there are still a lot of BRC token holder and project who are built on BRC20 or other token standard. But hopefully, let's say, I hope rings could be the ERC20 for Bitcoin, right? When the ERC20 is a huge leap for Ethereum. So people stick to the same standard. So all the wallet, all the application can seamlessly integrate with each other. I hope rings will bring I'll be the glue to make the whole Bitcoin ecosystem coherent, work together, and it will make everyone uh, life easier, especially for developers. And if we see it's about to happen, we may not uh, support additional fundable token standard beside rings.
Yeah, at some point you have to stop the standard expansion. There's a good XKCD comic. I don't know actually where somebody says there's 14 different standards for this. We need to solve this and get to one standard. And then the next panel is now there's 15 different standards.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Good question from Zan. In terms of when will threshold Schnorr upgrades be in effect? I don't have an exact date for you. I think we are going to Definity will put out an exact date in the coming weeks. Keep an eye out for that. But I will say I'm in the Northern Hemisphere, and I think it'll be summertime is when I think I'll be able to watch that go live during while I'm in my bathing suit or something. So that'll give you maybe a little bit of a hint. We're talking months, not few. We're talking weeks.
That is why we are so happy that we choose ICP since I think whether it's June or July, it will be the first threshold Schnorr that's valuable to application developer, protocol developer like us, so we can embrace type-root asset like ordinals. So I'm sure Omnity will be the first one which can bridge ordinance asset in a fully on-chain way, thanks to the threshold Schnorr signature.
That's going to be a lot of fun. Threshold Schnorr also unlocks Solana as well, so being able to read and write to the Solana blockchain. And obviously, we have the Ethereum integration going. It's on testnet now, going mainnet really, really shortly. Again, we'll have a date out really soon when we release the roadmap. But in terms of, obviously, you guys have a Bitcoin first thesis. How do you see, though, these other integrations in terms of, is it, I guess, like, how do you see expanding the hub to those other blockchains?
Oh, so for Omnity, there's two type of blockchain: settlement chain and the execution chain. So the first settlement chain we support is obviously Bitcoin, so we can bring natively the token that natively issued on Bitcoin to other execution chain. And I think the second settlement chain will be Ethereum, and of course we can support ICP as the settlement chain. So all the, let's say, SNS token that obviously issued on ICP can go around to other blockchain, and so for execution chain, the range will be much broader. We can support sentiment-based blockchain, substrate-based blockchain, and Polygon CDK-based blockchain right now. we will expand to the scope to include OP stack based layer 2, and then the since once we implement the live client verification or equivalent verification algorithm on ICP, we can bring in a bunch of blockchain based on this stack. But but for Solana, it's even if we have a Chinky snore at hand, it still need to overcome the on-chain verification for Solana consensus. Since there is no battle tested on-chain light client implementation for Solana, but so that is where Omnity can contribute in. But I think our experience will allow us to be the first or in the first batch of that who can embrace the let's say light client or light client equivalent verification. It may be based on ZK proof technology, and so we can bring in Solana to the network. Yeah.
Awesome. It's going to be, the future is so bright, and the future is just 2024. Like, we're not talking years out. If you're following along, if you're following on X, give a repost of this. Let your friends know you're here watching, especially if you like the information and what you're hearing. If you're following on YouTube, give a like and a subscribe and a share, and get the word out. You guys is talking about you came basically into the ICP ecosystem last year, and you have been highly active. Like, you've popped up on my radar multiple times in multiple different commutations, and business development is one of those areas. I see you guys interacting with other applications within the ICP ecosystem. Do you kind of want to touch on any partnerships or any kind of collaborations that you have planned or are working on?
Yes, we basically we met the major ecosystem project that Bitcoin related ICP ecosystem project. So we keep the conversation going, and I think Helix Stacks will be the first who list rings token, and since we have bring rings to ICP in ICRC2 standard format, so it's so ready to be integrated with all kinds of DeFi protocol on ICP. And also, we have a conversation with Dopamine, Big Phoenix, and others. So we try to, let's say, so the first stop of all the Bitcoin assets that's still built by Omnity will be ICP. So all the ICP application can enjoy the liquidity at the first place, and I hope people, the developer, will be interested about this new trend, and Omnity will be very open to cooperate with our ecosystem friends, and or even we can help them to do some, let's say, marketing, since we have a community, we have this boat, and we can increase the exposure to the to the DApp built on ICP that related with Bitcoins.
Love it. Caesar brings up Wormhole, like it's like Wormhole but on steroids. So you have Wormhole. There's also Layer 2. There's a few other similar products, but walk us through how Omnity is differentiated from what's already out there in the marketplace.
Yeah, that there is. I think there is, let's say, a few dozen or even more than 100 interoperability stack out there, and at least 10 or 20 of them are worth to notice. Yeah, since blockchain interoperability is very complex, as you have mentioned, that we try to find a balance point. So people want highly skilled with very low cost and very low latency. So we need to find a balance point based on our tech stack. And I think, let's say, I will do a one-on-one comparison with Wormhole and let the others out since there are so many. So Wormhole is a interoperability stack based on let's say guidance network. So each guidance have their own nodes, and they form a consensus about what's going on the source chain, and then they relay the message to the target chain. But the target chain need to trust this guidance network, and they are Wormhole is about to evolve into a ZKP-based interoperability stack. It's marvelous since it's trustless, and but I think Omnity will have two major advantage compared with Wormhole. One is still fully on-chain, so Wormhole will have to rely on off-chain component, the ZK pool, and the relayer to work. If, let's say, the pool goes down or the relayer goes down, the bridge will be broken. But since Omnity is fully on chain, there is no way to stop it. And the other is the cost, since ZK ZK verification is still expensive. On EVM blockchain, it takes about, I think, more than 200K gas to verify a ZK proof. And for comparison, it only need to verify one ECDSA signature to ensure the result from Omnity is correct. And this one signature verification will only cost 3K gas. So two order of magnitude compared with ZK technology, ZKP verification. So since we minimize the cost, we do not need batching the message. We bring all the crossing message directly to the target blockchain without wait. Since so for ZK-based bridge, they need to batch their crossing message every 1 hour or half an hour to dilute the verification cost. It will bring in additional latency, so people need to wait 1 hour or half an hour to get their crossing transaction finalized. But in Omnity's case, the crossing transaction will be finalized in term of a few seconds, since we directly bring the message to the target chain without additional latency. So our tech stack is about to cost minimize and latency minimize.
Got it. Quick reminder on reposting. I see Zine has reposted to Twitter. So yeah, give a repost. I know Icy Zine's been putting on a lot of Twitter spaces as well. So hop in those if you're free. I saw this. I just want to call this out by Drag Dubs. Definity logo equals Rainbow Road from Mario Kart, Final Boss Crypto. That made me laugh and also gave me flashbacks to the thousands and thousands of times I have fallen off that level. I don't know, Luis, if you were a Mario Kart player, but Rainbow Road was a really challenging place to race your go-kart on Mario Kart.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. I want to try sometimes.
It's an old one. You'll have to find. I want to say it was probably Nintendo 64. We also have Vivi pointing out Omnity is the next level omni-chain with 100% on-chain and trustless nature, more efficient, more secure, and much more direct. Now, you guys recently rebranded from Octopus Network. Walk us through. In fact, at ETH Denver, I took home an Octopus Network. Forget the name that you had for him.
Auto. Yeah.
Otto, that's right. My
Auto.
kid,
Yeah.
it's on my kid's bed right now. So walk us through the rebrand from Octopus to Omnity.
Oh yes. At the beginning of this year, when we about to launch Omnity white paper, we still think that there will be two protocol, Omnity for interoperability and Octopus for shared security. And when we talk with people, with partner, we see that there is a huge demand from Bitcoin layer 2 for security from Bitcoin. They are eager to pack their security to Bitcoin, but for now there is no practical way to do that. So I think uh, our experience on share economics security between blockchain is valuable to this newly emerging Bitcoin ecosystem. That is why we will let's say do both interoperability and share security in the Omnity stack and serve the whole Bitcoin ecosystem. So by doing that, essentially we will transform Octopus into Omnity. So Omnity will be the next phase of Octopus network.
Awesome. Awesome. I love it. I feel we've gone a little bit over our scheduled time, but I do want to give, did we touched on so many topics. Is there anything we missed that you wanted to leave us with?
I think there are lot of topic that's worth to talk about why ICP is the best companion chain of Bitcoin, and how Omnity share security work, and how it compared with some equivalent protocol like Babylon or Bouncebit. So, but I think it's better to save it for the next time, because it will take another few hours to cover all the topic related.
100%. We could set up a basically a weekly series with Omnity and just start covering all those topics and get really, really deep into it. And I'm going to just kind of plant that seed that maybe there's something we should do for like a more in-depth tech dive. I know today I want to focus a lot on Red Envelope, and you guys did a phenomenal job with that. I just want to like stress the importance of having meeting your consumers where they are, just like you did right there in Telegram, and then B, having a way to engage with your community in a fun and viral way. And so I hope a lot of people who are entrepreneurs and developers building on ICP right now, or building on any chain, honestly, are taking some notes. And I hope they reach out to Omnity to learn from you guys on your success and continue on. Where do people go? I have the Omnity X handle on here, but where else should they go to get more information?
Sure. Do please follow our Twitter, and so we are about to make a lot of update and announcement. So next month on May 9th, Omnity will host Rings Asia in Hong Kong, and there are a lot of let's say heavy weighted guests will be there. I think Casey himself will join this event, and during the event, Omnity will announce his new positioning. We will explain how the how Omnity work as the liquidity and security hub for Bitcoin ecosystem, and also the token economic of Omnity will be published then.
Awesome. I love it. There's so much going on. So definitely follow Omnity Network on X. You have the handle right there. Louis, I just want to thank you so much for your time, and let's definitely do this again and get you on for a deeper dive.
It's my pleasure. Let's expect the next time. Yeah.
Awesome. 100%. Ladies and gentlemen, that is another episode of Chain Fusion Live. You catch us every single Monday to learn more about multi-chain apps that are building on ICP. Some of those apps, I guarantee you, will be using Omnity to aid in their multi-chain nature. So, Louis, best wishes, and talk with you soon.
I'll see you. Enjoy the days. Bye.
Yeah, bye.